modern technology with the secrets of ordinary street junkies. Producing this.
89.7 WTBR FM, Pittsfield.
Welcome to Ham on WTBR, the all-inclusive ham radio show for hams and non-hams alike. Be part of the show. Contact us on www.facebook.com/HamJamTV. And now the hosts of the show, Peter and Jessica. Ham on.
And good morning from Berkshire County in Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Yes. Good morning. How's everybody today?
It's Thanksgiving Eve, and we have a lot of show to get to.
I sure hope everybody is going to enjoy their turkeys, hams, or roast, or whatever the heck you have on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the caterers didn't get to us this morning. Happy Thanksgiving, and we have, like I said, we have a lot of show to get to.
Oh yes, we do.
So let's we're gonna in fact go right now, really quick, to Southern California. Mark is back with us live from Los Angeles. So no, actually, he's actually somewhere, but he's with us live. He's going to give us kind of an update on what's going on again in California. So, Mark, you're on the air here on WTBR. What is the latest?
Good morning, and I'm in Ohio right now, but I will be going back to California very soon. The update right now, we got 8 fires still burning, and the winds is picking back up, which is a very bad issue for us. And early this morning, there was a cave fire. Cave explosion. And right now it's burning 4,200 acres and threatening homes in St. Barbara. So anybody in that town area or know anyone in that town, make sure you contact them to make sure they're okay. Because this is one of the major fires right at this moment.
So,
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara, Northern Cal. So, what is the? What we got as far as buildings destroyed, and what is containment like? Fill us in there. First of all, what's on the destroyed list? How many buildings from, I guess, between the Los Angeles fire and the and the Northern California fire? How many buildings have been destroyed so far?
Far as I knew on Monday when I left, there was 44,000 homes and business that got destroyed.
Oh, God bless.
And what is containment? Are we anywhere near containment?
Like I said, I just recently got a phone call and updated, but when I left Monday, we was at 81%, but now with 6 new fires and the cave, I have no idea at this moment. I'm still trying to get all the updates.
So tell us about the cave fire. Now, this is something new. We haven't heard this here on mainstream on the East Coast. So give us a little height of what's up with the new cave fire. Where is it, and what cave is it, and all that nice stuff.
Far as I know, it's right outside of St. Barbara. It just started this morning, around 1, I believe he said, the East time. So that probably 11 California time, so they 3 hours behind. And right now it's out of control, and over 600 firemen are on scene right now trying to contain it.
Wow, that's just crazy.
So okay. So we've got a total of how many fires still burning in California at this point?
As of last time I got updated, 7. With the cave.
So if we talk about the 2 major ones, the actual 2 that's been on mainstream media a lot here on the East Coast, that's the Kincaid fire and the one down in Los Angeles County.
I believe the Kincaid is in the 70% contained.
And what about the? Because I know at one point in time we got on the mainstream media that the Los Angeles fire was last thing we got was affecting Santa Monica. So what's the update and what's contained on that on the Los Angeles fire?
Last time, like I said, I haven't had an update since Monday until just recently. Far as I knew, that was at 78%.
Okay.
No, I said they're getting contained. No, that is not.
Yeah, the containment's getting there. What's the weather conditions? I mean, I know that the Santa Ana winds are probably down now, and you should have an onshore flow because I used to live in California. You should have an onshore flow coming in from the Pacific. But what's the weather conditions like in Los Angeles when you left?
It was actually coming down, but we just got a weather update, and we got told that the winds will be picking back up even worse. And I know Ohio, like Michigan, other side of the east will get a bad winter storm too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're facing something. All right, I know you got a few more minutes, but I'm out of questions. So if you care to hang out with us while we do the show for as long as you can, and if you want to jump in with anything, feel free, since you're kind of on the phone at 6 a.m. in the morning. No, you're in Ohio, so you're Central Standard Time, so you're only an hour behind. But anybody you want to say hi to while you're on the air here live?
I just want to say hi to my brother Anthony again, and I'm proud of him. My best friend Genevieve, I'm proud of you too. I want to do a shout out to both of you guys and your mom, which is my adopted mom.
Yes.
I love you and I miss you.
Who is actually listening to us live on WTBR?
Oh man. Don't tell me that. Now I'm getting all nervous.
No. My wife, Darlene, KD2KOW, listens to the show every week. So she is listening to the show right now as we are on the air.
Now I don't know what to say. You're pressure. No, I just want to do a shout out to all my family and everyone that supports me for doing what I do, because I know it's not easy for them to always see me leave and
we
always
thank you.
worry about if I'm coming back home or times I can't be on my phone or near my phone.
Exactly.
Hey, Mark.
Sometimes I can't answer my phone at all, so
Mark.
I'm gone for like weeks.
Mark, there's one thing I've always wanted to say to you, and now I have the chance to say it.
Hold on.
Okay.
You said that you would destroy this Sith, not join them.
What are you doing?
Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness.
Oh, you're funny.
We have to do that again because I kind of messed up. But
Yeah, of course you
let's
did.
take two on live
You
radio.
were the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy this Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness.
Really did.
I just wanted to throw that in there.
Really did.
Only you.
Only me. All right, Mark, hang out for us for as long as you can. You get to listen on the radio. Maybe we'll get you back in here in a few minutes. But right now, that's Mark. He's in Ohio. He's keeping us updated on the fires in Los Angeles County. You're listening to him on WTBR FM live, and
And
is now time.
And
Should I have? It's the ship that made the castle run.
and that wonderful sound means it's news time. Am I correct?
Yes, it's news time.
News time. We don't normally do this kind of news, but I figured I'd give you guys this information. I found this information from Washington, D.C. A slow-moving blob that may have been a flock of birds triggered a lockdown of the White House and caused the U.S. Capitol to be placed on restrictive access Tuesday morning.
Okay, Mark, what were you doing on Tuesday morning?
No comment.
He was the blob. But go ahead.
Hey, I might be fat, but I'm not like the size of a blob.
Anyways, senior national security officers across the agencies convened to coordinate and monitor the situation of the mysterious blob seen on the radar at the Capitol Police Command Center flying just south of the National Mall, according to a law enforcement source. Military aircraft was scrambled in response. Initial assessments indicated that the blob was an unauthorized aircraft.
Unauthorized aircraft.
That don't make sense. But okay.
A UFO. What was it?
Hold on. An unauthorized aircraft entering restrictive airspace, leading to a brief lockdown. The airspace around Washington is more restricted than anywhere in the country, according to the FAA, as rules put in place after the 911 attacks established, of course. You know, they hide in security.
9/11?
After 9/11, they... Leave me alone, I'm having a day. National Defense Airspace... established National Defense Airspace over the area and limited aircraft operation to those with an FAA and Transport Security Administration authorization, so didn't have authorization. No does. Probably a flock of birds. Anyways, senior officers across the interagency are monitoring the situation as the national event conference call. NORAD aircraft were on site and responding. Plane is not considered hostile at this time. Pentagon spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Chris Mitchell said during the earlier stages of the event. But hours after the all clear was given, a defense official told CNN that the final determination was not yet made to what exactly caused the event. A U.S. Capitol Police source also said that it is still unknown what happened, other than it was a big, slow-moving blob of something on a radar. The U.S. Coast Guard helicopters arrived when they found there was no threat. And yeah, it turned out to be a flock of birds.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm done to my answer and said no comment.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment. I'm not trying to go to jail today, so no comment.
The U.S. Capitol was on aircon yellow because of a flock of birds. I mean, I see why they would have this, why they would do this, but ow.
Yes.
But yeah, Tuna.
Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
But yes, two Capitol Police confirmed that yes, it was indeed a flock of birds.
Wow.
Does that remind you of the Flock of Seagulls song? That's for classic TBR or deep cuts or something, not for us.
Yeah. But yeah, the air pilot that was scrambled confirmed that yes, it was a flock of birds. Please calm down. The police confirmed that it was a flock of birds. Please calm down.
Please calm down.
Wow.
Was that your story?
Yes, but as far as national news goes, but oh my lord, what the heck?
In amateur radio news, I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not even going to comment on it. Radio amateurs have been asked to listen out for any emissions in the 50 to 54 megahertz band from the 48 megahertz band tropospheric Doppler radar wind profiler at the NASA Kennedy Space Center. The tests on the improved waveform are taking place from Monday, November 25th through Sunday, December 2nd. The American Radio Relay League says the purpose of the test is to improve the instrument's resolution and still operate within the assigned bandwidth. The TDRWP is used to access and evaluate upper-level winds for launches from KSC and Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. NASA is requesting that the amateur radio community to report any detected emissions in the 50 to 54 megahertz band during the period. Include the date, time, location, frequency, and any other pertinent information, such as IQ files of the signal for evaluation that might assist NASA in assisting potential impacts to the amateur radio community. So there's something going on. So I wanted to play this. I do this. Bob put I think it was Bob who put a post on when whoever won the turkey dinner donated it back, and he put on there. I thought turkeys could fly. So if Bob is listening in the back to the radio station, this is for you.
It's a helicopter, and it's coming this way.
A helicopter?
It's flying something behind it. I can't quite make it out. It's a large banner, and it says, Happy Thanksgiving. From W. K. R. P. What a sight, ladies and gentlemen. What a sight. The copter seems to be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land. No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's a dark object. Perhaps a skydiver plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet into the air. Second to the third. There's no parachutes yet. Those can't be skydivers. I can't tell just yet what they are, but... Oh, my God, they're turkeys! Oh, Johnny, can you get this? Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes! One just went through the windshield of a parked car! This is terrible. The cars running around, pushing each other? Oh, my goodness! Oh, the humanity! Oh, people are running about. The turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
From WKRP in Cincinnati, the turkey drop. So, Mark, have anything for us? What's going on? Let's get you on the air here for a little bit.
Well, I haven't received no updates. I'm waiting on my computer. I'm trying to ask everyone over there what's going on. No update.
All right, so we will check back in a few minutes. We're going to go to the commercial.
Well,
what?
I'm actually about to head out.
Okay.
I want to thank you guys for having me on the air. I hope you have a good holiday. And don't forget, you got me all next week.
oh, joy. All right, Mark. Well, we'll talk to you now. I'm sure we'll talk to you before next week. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your mom and everybody else. And thanks for keeping us updated live on the air here on WTBR.
Yes, thank you.
All right, now we are going to
Now we're going to
go to commercial.
Oh, of course. You're listening to Ham On and WTBR.
WTBR. Impressive. Most impressive.
Have you ever walked by a homeless person and asked yourself, what can one person really do to help? Well, in AmeriCorps you can do a lot. You can take a year and really give back. More than 50,000 Americans are doing it this year, helping solve tough issues like hunger, illiteracy, or just helping people find a place to live. It's your world. It's your chance to make it better.
Call 800-942-2677 or go to AmeriCorps.org.
WTBR radar weather for the Pittsfield area. Today, mostly cloudy. Rain showers this afternoon. Highs around 50. Southeast wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Tonight, showers likely. Lows in the upper 30s. South wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to west 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour after midnight. Chance of rain 70%. Thanksgiving Day, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain or snow showers in the morning, then partly sunny in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 40s. Temperature falling into the lower 30s in the afternoon. Northwest wind 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 40%. Weather forecasts for WTBR-FM are provided by the National Weather Service.
Have you ever dreamed of being a radio DJ, spinning your favorite vinyl, CDs, and MP3s? Have you ever wanted to share conversations with interesting guests with the community? Then the WTBR-FM Programming Committee wants to hear from you. We are now accepting proposals for new programs. For more information, visit WTBRFM.com or call 445-4234. Pittsfield Community Radio, for the love of radio.
That lightsaber, it belongs to me.
That belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
And we're back. It belongs
Really?
to me. Really?
Really?
What?
You had to do the Kylo Ren from Star Wars, and Harrison Ford, or Adam Driver from Star Wars is Kylo Ren, and Harrison Ford from Indiana Jones.
Sure, why not?
Oh my goodness!
You know, Adam Driver's
It's funny, though.
on the cover of People magazine this week. So if anybody gets the People magazine, Adam Driver's on the cover, and he's holding the Darth Vader mask.
Nice.
Yes. Or his mask, not the Darth Vader mask. So, seeing it's Thanksgiving, obviously, or getting close to it,
obviously.
I have back to the ham radio stuff. I have a ham radio poem, and this is by Al Letcher. I go, CQ, 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 we all cry. And when we make contact, it can bring a tear to our eye. The food at the table is all set, but you can find us at the radio, you bet. Mom and the wife have cooked day and night, they have a ball. And I stay in the shack for just one more call. The smell of the food wafts through the shack door. I call out, just put mine by the door on the floor. Faster than you ever thought she could move. The wife enters the shack, not in a good mood. You turn that thing off for the night, or else I'll put out your light. I hang my head in shame. She is my old flame. I go out, startled by the light. I put up a good fight. I guess I'll eat at the kids' table tonight. I am thankful for all that I have been given, especially that I was able to work for a living. Some smiles at me, and I know that all is forgiven when white as the snow. I say the blessing and say pass the dressing. Today the DX will just have to wait. For my family, I decided to celebrate. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. So
that was both funny and nice at the
that's
same
funny
time.
and nice. Wait, you hear the Christmas one. So you have another news story you want to put out there?
Yes. Hold on, let me just scroll here. Here. For the 14th consecutive year, the 390 16 nets will be presenting the Santa Net on 3.916 megahertz. Good boys and girls can talk to Santa Claus via amateur radio nightly at 7:15 Central Time, starting Friday, Friday the 29th. So it's getting ready to start. The Santa Net will be running nightly, of course, as I said, at 7:15 p.m. Central Time through Christmas Eve, December the 24th, Pete Thompson, KE5GGY, of the 3916 Nets, commented that the 3916 Santa Net, he said, Christmas time is a very special time for our Nets this year. We enjoy helping young people and their families share a Christmas experience that they will always remember. We are thrilled to introduce young people to the excitement of amateur radio. Youngsters can talk to Santa at the North Pole via strategically placed operators who relay the voice of Santa. Thomas said that the SantaNet is a team effort that involves the effort of a number of 39016 net members. He said, in our first year, we connected 10 kids to Santa on ham radio, and it's been growing steady ever since. For 2019, we're expecting over 700 kids to participate. Prior to each night's SantaNet, pre-check-ins can be made at www.cqsanta.com. Three-party rules and restrictions apply. These SantaNets are presented annually by the 39016 nets. So there we go.
Okay, very good. So the SantaNet will be in operation. And
I think it's really nice that they do that, and they can get... I didn't notice Santa with a ham. Interesting.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? How do you think he communicates to NORAD and everything every year? Trivia question, which we should have done at the top of the hour, but here we go. His call sign was K2ORS, and he wrote and narrated a classic film that had everyone saying, "You'll shoot your eye out."
Oh, really?
Who is it? And before we sign off, we will give you the answer to that. Seeing it's Thanksgiving, well, I just did my Elton John thing. Seeing it's Thanksgiving or close to Thanksgiving, what Thanksgiving would not be complete without Adam Sandler?
Oh, of course.
And of course, we're playing the edited version of the
Yes,
Turkey song.
yes.
So here's Adam Sandler with the weekend update from Saturday Night Live with Adam Sandler and the Turkey song. You're listening to Ham On WTBR FM.
Tonight we start what we hope will become a weekend update tradition. Every Thanksgiving from now on, a different SNL performer will compose and sing an original song to commemorate the holiday. We couldn't think of a better person to begin this tradition than our own Adam Sandler.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. That's nice of you. Thank you.
All right, Adam, are you ready?
Yes, I am, Kevin. I've worked all week on my song, and I hope you'll be entertained and a little moved. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat the turkey like a good boy should, 'cause it's turkey to eat so good. A turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat turkey in a big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable. Eat that turkey all night long. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Turkey, turkey dee, turkey, turkey dap. I eat the turkey and I take a nap. Thanksgiving is a special night. Jimmy Walker used to say dynamite. That's right. Turkey with the gravy and the cranberry. Can't believe the Mets traded Darryl Strawberry. Turkey for you and a turkey for me. Can't believe Tyson gave the girl BD. Gobble, gobble dee, a gobble, gobble docky. I used to go to camp at Lake Winnipesaukee. Come on, Kevin.
No, that's okay.
Oh, it'll be fun.
Okay.
A turkey for me and a turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in a big brown shoe. Turkey lead me and turkey lead ducking. Love to eat the turkey with a lot of stuffing. Turkey and sweet potato pie. Sammy Davis Jr. only had one eye. Oh, turkey with the girls and a turkey with the boys. My favorite kind of pants are corduroys. I wish turkey could only cost a nickel. Oh, I love turkey on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving,
The hottest station on the planet. 89.7 WTBR.
We are back.
Oh, of course we are back.
No, we're not. We're not actually back.
It's an optical illusion.
It's an optical illusion.
It's a Jedi mind trick. We are not actually here.
No, but let me, before you go to your announcements, because this is what I was trying to queue up. Let me go, before you go to announcements, we have, since it's Thanksgiving, and we've done the Adam Sandler thing, it's time to do the Garfield thing, and then you can do your thing.
Yes,
so, here's something from Garfield for Thanksgiving.
Mashed potato, do the candied yam, do the funky turkey, cause it's time to jam. If you don't wanna dance, baby, that's alright. Do some non-stop shopping to work up an appetite. Make your Thanksgiving one long meal, cause the more you eat, the more grateful you are gonna feel.
And remember, Thanksgiving is coleslaw. Thanksgiving is pie filling. And don't bruise the kumquats.
Don't bruise the kumquats. All right, so
I'm sorry, I love that cartoon. It's my favorite.
we have some Thanksgiving facts, but we're going to do them in just a few minutes. You have some local announcements for us. What's going on in and around Pittsfield?
Yes. The tree lighting in North. Wow, sorry, had stuff in my throat. The tree lighting in North Adams is postponed due to the weather. It's going to be held on Friday the 6th of December at Monument Square because of the high winds and everything. So it's going to be postponed. It's going to be at 6 at the same time that Pittsfield is doing theirs at 6 p.m. on the 6th. The same time that Pittsfield is going to be doing theirs, and Pittsfield does theirs at Park Square at 6 p.m. So both at 6 p.m. at Monument Square and Park Square, you can either go to North Adams to go see the tree lighting, or you can come to Pittsfield and see the tree lighting. There you go, guys.
Or if you plan it right, you can go see both.
Yeah, seriously. Well, you can't. They're doing it at the same time, so...
Use the Force, Luke. If Luke Skywalker can force ghost himself or force project himself to take care of Kylo Ren in Episode 8, you can use the Force to be in two places at one time.
Or if you're a Naruto fan and you have chakra, you can go ahead and do Shadow Clone Jutsu, and you can separate yourself and go that way.
Oh, that piece of junk out of the sky!
You're horrible. And the Millennium Falcon is not a piece of junk. The Berkshire Historical Society will be having their holiday lights at Arrowhead at 6:30 on December the 5th. They will also be having a candlelight tour in the house, I guess, that they're doing it in. They're going to be doing winter pastimes, and there's going to be refreshments and readings. The admission is $25. Call 413-442-1793 for your information on that. The other dates for it is the 12th and the 19th. So if anybody wants to do that, call 442-1793. Thank you. And the last announcement that I have, the Berkshire Festival of Trees is held on Sunday. Well, never mind. It was an old one.
So you have no more.
There we go. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, Small Business Saturday. I was reading the wrong one. Small Business Saturday, November 30th. So, yay. It'll be held at 8 a.m. between 10 p.m. You will not be disappointed with it. It is a national effort to promote small businesses, hence why it's called Small Business Saturday. It is hosted every year on a Saturday after Thanksgiving. Look for specials through downtown and get a jump on your holiday list. It'll be happening at our downtown walking loop. There will be free parking in it all day. Be sure to, and everybody says be sure to stretch those legs. Enjoy the window dressings, the local art exhibits, and the mouth-watering smells of our local restaurants. So if anybody's out to window shop, there you go. And back over to you.
It's a revolution!
Yeah, baby, yeah!
89.7 WTBR FM, Pittsfield.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not going to put all these out. I'll put these on the website or on the Facebook page. But here are some Thanksgiving facts. Remember, do not shoot the messenger.
Do not shoot the messenger. I'm sorry if I sound a little strained or weird, but something was going on in my throat at the same time.
You sound weird every week.
Seems legit.
Yeah, you sound weird every week. Why should today be any different?
Don't start with me, mister.
The popular belief is that the first Thanksgiving celebration happened.
You look weird too, but it's a side point.
Autumn of 60. Really?
Hey, you want to throw me under the bus? I'm throwing you under the bus.
Right in the middle of this.
Go.
Anyway, the popular belief is that the first Thanksgiving celebration happened in the autumn of 1621 in Plymouth, Massachusetts, when the colonists and the Wampanoag Indians shared a harvest feast. Some historians don't agree with this version of history. They argue that the first Thanksgiving in America actually happened in Florida almost 60 years before Plymouth.
Oh, wow.
According to them, the encounter happened between 800 Spanish settlers and the native Tincuning people. After the Spanish arrived at the new settlement on St. Augustine, Florida, a mass to thank God for their safe arrival was held, followed by a feast to celebrate, to which the Loco Tamilga tribe was invited. Let's see. When the first Thanksgiving feasts were being held, no one actually called them that name. It was a small indication in a publication of a letter by Pilgrim Edward Winslow that published this name forward, sent to the Boston publisher Alexander Ewan in 1841. The letter contained a description of the feast where the pilgrims stated, "Our harvest being gotten in, our governor sent 4 men on following that so we might, after a more special manner, rejoice together." When Young published the letter, he included the name Thanksgiving in a footnote, even though the Pilgrim never used it, but the name became widely used since then.
Oh, wow.
This one is hard to believe, but brace yourselves. There was no record that turkey was on the menu at the first Thanksgiving.
Say what?
If you were to be eating the food that was brought to the feast, we would be eating venison offered by the Wampanoag tribe on that day, local seafood including lobster, mussels, and bass. How about the beloved mashed potatoes? Absolutely not. However, pumpkin pie was on the menu, in addition to other fruits and vegetables from the first Pilgrim harvest.
So I would just be eating pumpkin pie and deer meat because I'm allergic to seafood. Wow, I would have been screwed.
Sarah Joseph Hale was the editor of the famous Goodies Lady book, and if there is anyone to thank for the holiday, it should be her. In the mid-19th century, she campaigned hard for a National Thanksgiving Day to promote unity among different sections. Abraham Lincoln listens to her plea and supported her idea. This is how he proclaimed that during the Civil War, that Thursday, November 26th, will become a national day. And also, this is interesting. With hundreds of pumpkin pie recipes made available online, one might wonder just how important is it on Thanksgiving Day? We're going to tell you. While pumpkin pie has been a fundamental treat on New England Thanksgiving tables since the 18th century, residents of Colchester, Connecticut proved that they didn't joke about their Thanksgiving essentials. Due to a molasses shortage in 1705, residents of Colchester, Connecticut delayed Thanksgiving for a week.
Really?
And as a sub-note, there were actually, to add to the list of items that weren't actually on the menu in the first Thanksgiving, is sweetened cranberries.
I'm sorry. I'm not a cranberry person.
You should be a cranberry person.
I'm not I don't like the tartness of cranberries, even if they're sweetened. No.
Here's a little tidbit for everybody that's watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Let's see, Thanksgiving history facts that will blow your family's mind while you're watching the parade on TV. Let me explain. Macy's wanted to celebrate the expansion of its Herald Square superstore and decided to throw the big Christmas parade. In 1924, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, the twist, it didn't have any balloons, but instead showed live animals from the Central Park Zoo, bands, and magnificent floats.
Nice.
The first balloon was Felix the Cat in 1927.
Oh, God.
You like that, huh?
Cat. I can't believe he's that old.
He's older than that, but we're gonna do this because we always do this. But we've been doing this all month. We're gonna play this, and then we have a little something special we want to do. So here's Tim Allen from Last Man Standing.
What you doing, Grandpa?
I'm down in my basement watching a football game on a radio.
Now can we do what we're thankful for?
In a minute, come on in here. I want to show you something. Look at this. Ready? All right. Mike, KA0XTT. Just a little shout out. Anybody having a good time here on Thanksgiving? Anybody hiding in their basement to avoid their relatives? One thing I like about these guys, if I don't want to listen to them, I just turn them down like this.
Grandpa, this is due on Monday.
All right, calm down. Let's do your little report. What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for radio, specifically ham radio. Ham radio is heavily regulated by the FCC, the same people who censor network television but not cable, so drug dealers and murderers become our heroes. They not only censor, but they regulate my ham radio. They require me to have a license, test, and if they don't like what I have to say, they can fine me or lock me up. What a great way to treat the last line of communication during the coming apocalypse. Why does the government choose to regulate free speech and ham radio, but anybody can operate, I don't know, a hemp outlet? So this Thanksgiving, while the rest of you are enjoying your turkey, I'm savoring my ham. Happy Thanksgiving, FCC, because I know you're listening.
Tim Allen from Last Man Standing, which is a segue to something I want to do as soon as things light up here.
Technical difficulties, please stand by.
No technical difficulties. no, not really. So while we're on that, we wanted to just put out a couple of shout outs about what people are thankful for, and we got to do what you're thankful for.
Thankful for my parents, always being there and supporting me through stuff. I am thankful for Pittsfield Community TV for giving me an opportunity to do this. Every week on WTBR. I thank them very much. They're like a second family to me. And don't worry, guys. I'll be there to go ahead and help out with the shows and everything. I'm thankful for them being helpful and very sweet on training me. What do you thankful for?
Well, my wife sent...
I'm also thankful for my pets.
My wife sent one in and says she's thankful and grateful for me, her loving hubby, and her daughter, and the home and the great friends and family. And I'm thankful to my wife and my daughter for taking this trek east from New York State, and for Rich and Ellie, who actually helped us get here and
yes, I'm thankful for them
and
too.
put us up for the first year that we were here. I'm also thankful for WTBR and the cast and crew in the back here that allow me to do an hour of radio every week.
Yeah,
it's getting more fun, and then I thank the people of Pittsfield and the people that are actually listening across in Pittsfield and across the country that are actually listening to this radio station or watching it on 1301 on PCTV. And I just hope that everybody has a good and safe Thanksgiving Day. We still have lots more show to go, and we will be right back after the commercial break.
You're listening to Ham On and WTBR.
WTBR.
You and I have witnessed many things, but nothing as bodacious as what just happened.
This is the sound of a bully at school.
Where'd you get the shirt? Colorblind and things?
And this is the sound of a kid telling her parents about the bully. If you don't hear about it from your kid, that doesn't mean it's not happening.
McGruff the crime dog here about how parents can tell if bullying is upsetting their children. Kids may avoid school. Grades may suffer. Stop bullies with words to your kids, school officials, or other concerned parents, and at McGruff.org.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, Crime Prevention Coalition of America, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
WTBR radar weather for the Pittsfield area. Today, mostly cloudy. Rain showers this afternoon. Highs around 50. Southeast wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Tonight, showers likely. Lows in the upper 30s. South wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to west 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour after midnight. Chance of rain 70%. Thanksgiving Day, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain or snow showers in the morning, then partly sunny in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 40s. Temperature falling into the lower 30s in the afternoon. Northwest wind 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 40%. Weather forecasts for WTBR-FM are provided by the National Weather Service.
Can you imagine a world without children? A world where children don't play, or dream, or imagine.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're working every day to find cures for diseases that strike down children, because we can't imagine a world without children. Can you?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Call 1-800-931-0800 or log on to stjude.org.
Charlie Brown, oh Charlie Brown.
I can't believe it. She must think I'm the most stupid person alive.
Come on, Charlie Brown. I'll hold the ball and you kick it.
Hold it? Ha! You'll pull it away and I'll land flat on my back and kill myself.
But Charlie Brown, it's Thanksgiving.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, one of the greatest traditions we have is the Thanksgiving Day football game. And the biggest, most important tradition of all is the kicking off of the football.
Is that right?
Absolutely. Come on, Charlie Brown. It's a big honor for you.
Well, if it's that important, A person should never turn down a big honor. Maybe I should do it. Besides, she wouldn't try to trick me on a traditional holiday. This time I'm gonna kick that football clear to the moon!
Radio for people who used to love radio. Welcome back, WTBR.
And welcome back. This is Ham on WTBR FM.
Of course.
It
Welcome back,
is
welcome back, welcome back.
Thanksgiving Eve in the land of Pittsfield. And some more facts.
Yes, tomorrow that 20-pound bird is history.
Speaking of which, great segue, thanks. When it comes to why we eat turkey on Thanksgiving today, it helps to know a bit about the history of the holiday. While the idea of giving thanks and celebrating the harvest was popular in certain parts of the country, it was by no means an annual national holiday until the 19th century. Presidents would occasionally declare a Thanksgiving Day celebration, but the holiday hadn't completely caught on nationwide. Many of these early celebrations included turkey. Alexander Hamilton once remarked, "No citizen of the U.S. shall refrain from turkey on Thanksgiving Day."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're listening to the Thanksgiving edition of Ham On WTBR FM.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was President Lincoln that declared the third Thursday in November to be Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah, and he also pardoned the first turkey.
Oh, really? He pardoned the first turkey? Yes, and also, nice segue into mine. The two turkeys this year that have been pardoned to 45-pound turkeys are known as bread and butter. I think one the other time was mashed potatoes and gravy or something like that. I forget.
I don't know.
I know one was marshmallow and pumpkin pie.
You know they're
I
not,
think it's so cute.
You know they're not really pardoned, right? You know,
oh,
actually,
that's just mean.
One of them ends up as the main course.
No, that's mean. Poor little turkey. Oh.
And this segues, and we got a lot of segues going on here tonight.
Yeah.
Here's another segue. Did you know at one time that they were contemplating that the turkey would be the national symbol instead of the bald eagle?
Really?
Allow me to explain. A turkey, a national symbol. Yes, that's what Ben Franklin wished for. In a letter to his daughter, he wrote, "For my own part, I wish the bald eagle had not been chosen the representative of our country. For the truth is, the turkey is in comparison a much more respectable bird."
What?
Yeah. We'll have a moment of silence for that one.
Yeah. Oh, ready then. Interesting.
Wasn't it though? So that's
well, I knew that, but I didn't know the reason behind it.
So there are some facts.
That's weird. I mean, I like I said, I knew about it. I just didn't know the reason behind why he wanted the turkey instead of the bald eagle to be the national bird. Interesting. Okay, now I know the real reason. And that was just wow.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Of course.
Of course. So, it was a good show. We survived. And once again, we do things on the fly
yeah, if
here.
you're wondering, well, I know our guest had to be out of town for the holidays. Sorry about that. You're stuck with us.
Oh, now we say, why we have to be stuck with them? We want to guess, but I like to say Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I just want to say Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Everybody, especially everybody in the back, everybody at PCTV,
yes,
everybody at WTBR FM for putting up with us for an hour of radio once a week.
Yep.
You have something about Naruto that you've been dying to.
No,
you don't.
It wasn't that. It was actually about another anime that involved ham radio. It's called Akiba's Trip.
Okay, well, you have 5 minutes.
It's called Akiba's Trip. It's about a group of adventurers battling monsters in Akihabara, the Akihabara district of Tokyo. And the funniest thing is one of the protagonists, Tamasuto, is actually a ham. That's kind of funny. The episode I'm talking about was titled Ham Radio Fighters. And these monsters that were attacking the district is known for its manga, it's known for its electronics and everything. And they were attacking the area. And the only way to communicate without them knowing was to use radios. Because the monsters knew about, the cell phone and stuff. And the ham tech went in and told them, let's use ham radio. They can't track it, can't do it that way. So they decided to use ham radio instead to get a hold of somebody to help them get rid of the monsters. They did it through CQ.
CW.
Or CW. So I get those two mixed up. I'm sorry.
Now, let me stop you there for a minute. So let's look at this. Can you name another movie where they used CW to communicate right off the top of your head?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Independence Day.
Independence Day, Will Smith. They used, if you go about 3/4 into the movie after they figure out how to take care of the aliens and Randy Quaid flies up there, they say they use I'm not going to say what they say, but they use CW to tell them how to how to take care of them,
how to take them down.
So watch Independence Day, you can see that.
Yeah, and then they actually had the code guys. And the thing is, one of the other protagonists in the anime asked, why not just use a smartphone? And he said, and the protagonist's comment was, radio waves works stating that the latest technology has accurately captured good reception, and that ham radio gives a sense of adventure and curiosity, and how the simple waves can be compared to treasure hunting. Basically, cell phones just don't give him the same kind of...
Right, and when... Okay, we only got a couple minutes. I'm going to do this real quick. So, have you ever wondered where the term HT, handy-talkie, came from? The term was maybe still it is a registered trademark of the Motorola company in 1944. And our answer to the ham trivia question... his call sign was K2ORS, and he wrote and narrated a classic film that had everyone saying, "You'll shoot your eye out."
Go ahead.
It was Gene Shepard, the writer and radio television personality who narrated A Christmas Story. The movie was based on his writing. Clive Cussler, in A Maritime History Authority, and authority of many books, including Raise the Titanic. Franklin W. Dixon was a pseudonym for a host of writers who authored the Hardy Boys series. And this is Pete.
Yay.
This is Peter and Jessica. Yeah. And we will see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving from everybody here at WTBR and for Ham On.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.